The primary way that yoga talks about focusing the mind is not to lean into some internal visualization or to try to control the mind through sheer will, but it's actually through controlling the breath. And so there's this adage that the mind controls the breath, but the breath also controls the mind. So if you can manipulate your breath in specific intentional ways, you can have really, really good effects. And then sometimes it's energetic, you can perk yourself up. Sometimes it's calming, you can calm yourself down. But in the ways that we'll use the breath today and this month is actually just to bring the mind into a place where you can control it. So the idea is like we try to still it, we try to bring it to a point of control. And then from there, you have the agency to choose where the mind goes. Now, of course, the mind is slippery. The mind's going to slip away, and you have to like bring it back time and time and time and time and time again. But that's the practice too, if we're being honest. I'm just leading you through stuff to return to when the mind runs away. And so we'll use two physical breathing techniques, and then we're going to use a third breathing technique that's technically an internal awareness, but I'll lead you there when we get there. All right. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable, relax, and cross your legs and settle into your seat. Make any additional movements to make yourself 10 to 15% more comfortable. And feel your feet on the floor, your seat in the chair, sensation on and in your body. And noticing where the mind goes when you focus on and in the body. You're going straight towards spaces of discomfort or tension, then that will become your experience. Conversely, if you focus on spaces that feel soft and relaxed, that will become more of your experience. But more for today's practice, just let everything be true. Sometimes it's said to look at sensation without preference, because it is all true. Just accept it. And as you're aware of the body, noticing the breath moving in your body, expanding as you inhale, contracting as you exhale. And you don't have to change the breath at all just yet. But just notice, does it feel like a big movement, a deep breath? Or does it feel like a smaller movement, a smaller breath? Does the breath stop at certain points, or does it feel continuous? And then notice how you're feeling energetically today. Perhaps you're tired, exhausted, burned out. Perhaps you're anxious, restless, overwhelmed, hyper, excited, calm, somewhere in the middle, a combination of these. How are you feeling energetically? This awareness of your body, your energetic state, and your breath, just notice how your mind is doing. How long is it able to focus before something pulls you away? When you are pulled away, are you able to come back? And not judging the tendency of the mind to slip away or run, holding compassion for that tendency and just bring the mind back each time. And noticing what thoughts and emotions and feelings are present as well. Accepting your mind as it is. Sometimes the mind needs some help to stay focused. And to this end, we'll employ the breath. So, returning your awareness to your breath, notice the sensation of the breath at the back of your throat. And very gently constricting the back of the throat, begin to make your breath audible, like a soft snore or an ocean like sound. Hearing the breath as you inhale, hearing the breath as you exhale. This breathing technique helps to focus the mind because the mind is attracted to sound. So allow that sound of the breath to occupy your consciousness. Soft, audible inhale and soft, audible exhale. And even with the sound of the breath, the mind may slip away. As always, just bring it back. And just a couple more rounds of this audible breath, please. And as you complete this exhale, you can release the technique, but keep your focus on the breath. Relax the throat. And already you might start to feel calmer, steadier than before. But continuing this pursuit of a more focused mind will begin to even the breath out. So inhaling for a certain length of time and exhaling for an equal length of time. And you can achieve this by counting the breath. Inhaling for a certain number of counts and exhaling for an equal number of counts. A count is whatever you use for internal measurement. Just do your best. Equal inhale, equal exhale. evening out the breath, finding that balance. You can imagine as you breathe evenly that you are balancing your life. If there's any unsteadiness in your life, just imagine your life coming into a steady place. If there are any imbalances, imagine what that feels like for your life to come into balance, whatever that means for you. Equal inhale and equal exhale. In a moment, I'll invite you to start holding your breath at certain points. Only do so if you can remain calm. You start to feel anxious or panicky, just don't do it. At the top of your next even inhalation, hold your breath in for the count of 2. And at the bottom of your next even exhalation, again hold the breath out for the count of 2. Even inhale, holding the breath in for 2, just long enough to realize that the breath has stopped. Even exhale, again a 2 count hold, and please continue. Holding the breath in for 2, and holding the breath out for 2. One more round of breath. And as you complete this next hold after exhale, you can release. No more counting, no more holding, but still stay with the breath. And feel the sensation of your breath in your nasal passages. And this is often cooler on inhale and warmer on exhale. And though we know the breath is moving through both nostrils, become aware of the breath moving through just the left nostril. Just the left nostril. Then allow your awareness to switch to just the right nostril. Sensation in the right nostril. And then feel the breath in both nostrils again. In a moment, I'll guide you through a practice of mental alternate nostril breathing, or just be imagining the breath moving through the nostrils in a singular and sometimes collective way. I'll guide you through it. So, with your next inhalation, feel the breath enter your left nostril. Exhale both nostrils. Inhale left nostril again, and exhale both nostrils. Inhale left nostril, exhale both nostrils. Inhale right nostril, exhale both. Inhale right, and exhale both. In right, out both. In both, and out left. In both nostrils. Exhale left. In both, and out left. In both, and out right. In both, out right. In both, and out right. In both, out both. In left, out both. In both, and out right. In right, out both. In both, and out left. In left, out both. In both, and out right. In right, out both. In both, and out left. Release the technique, feeling the breath move simultaneously through both nostrils. And feel your mind focused, feel your mind steady. And to some, this feeling is peaceful, it's calm and spacious. More focused, it's easier to choose where the mind goes. Maybe it stays inward, maybe it stays on the breath. But when you head back out into the world, you might point that focus towards something else. And if you start to feel your mind scattered, ungrounded, you can always return to these practices to find that focal point again. But keeping that focus with you for now, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring the palms together, rubbing them together. Taking the heated palms over your eyes, brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, slowly bringing yourself back to the space around you.